This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Ark the Lad, the finale, as it were. Haha! No, we are actually close to the end of the game. We've done, well, everything that we could, or everything that I was able to get without missing everything, because I missed quite a few things. Basically, the last, if we need to finish the game, we need to go back to Syria in a specific area, and basically we'll be on the heads to the end of the game. Basically, make sure if you want to do the Forbidden Dungeon, like I showed you the end of it in the last episode, or if you want to go through the temple and train there, answer the quiz, or go to the tournament house and do the, if you've gotten all the Changara notes, you can do the dark version of the tournament. You can also, if you win 1,000 battles, you can win the ultimate prize from it, but I feel that completely unnecessary to do because it's not worth it, especially after going through the Forbidden Dungeon. I'm already powerful enough. If you've... Well, I'll show you how you get one more item after we do one last little area before the end, but, well, before we start the finale of the game, let's go to the Water Shrine. Now, what I did before this is I made sure to get all the rewards from the Water Shrine. Basically, you have to... Every time you kill so many, the Water Shrine... a guardian will give you rewards. So if you kill 10, you get something. If you kill 10, you get something. Resets the counter. Then you have to kill 20 more dudes from after that. Get something. Kill 30 dudes from that. Kill some. Get a reward. Kill 40 after that. Get a reward. Kill 50 after that. Get a reward. And then kill 100 from these 3 red spots. Then you'll get the final reward of the game. From him. And the final ability for Poco himself. I'll show you here in a second. As we all go inside. We only killed these things for reward, Water Guardian. We didn't actually care about helping you.
Welcome back. I shall grant you a special gift for ridding my land of so much evil.
Received a cheer trumpet.
This trumpet causes outstanding damage to the typical monster.
Thank you. That's very generous. Oh, I can't wait to try it.
Your strength grows with each minion of evil you break down. I shall follow your progress closely.
Actually, we don't need to do anything with the Water Guardian anymore. We got the best reward you can. Although, I don't know if it's really worth it, but yeah, I did it for completion's sake. One of the few things I could do pretty easily. Because like I said, I am not doing 1,000 wins at the tournament arena for the prize package. I mean, you get stuff in between that. Like, I think it's like you beat 10, then 20, then like 50, then 100... then like 200, then 500, then 1,000, and you get like a bunch, and you get to choose your prizes for half of those, and then when you do the final one, when you beat the 1,000, you get like just a prize package of like a lot of accessories and items. And I mean, I like this game, but I don't like it that much. And basically, it's fighting. Yeah, it is only fighting one enemy at a time at the tournament. So you fight that enemy, then you do a new one, counts as a new win, so forth and so on. So, but God, it takes forever. So anyway, let's go to Syria and finish this story. Let's save the world. We've gotten all the guardians. Oh, let me go and save it real quick. Oh, by the way, I mentioned how it'd take you about 4 hours to do the Forbidden Dungeon. These are my 2 save spots from when I did the Forbidden Dungeon. Yeah, it took me 4 hours. Well, that little extra bit is for me grinding for the Water Spirit. But yeah, 4 hours to get through that Forbidden Dungeon. Yeah, you can tell how fun that was. It wasn't too bad, but it does take up a lot of your day. Anyway, let's go to the Sapatico Falls and fight the demon that we released from the Ark. The only way to save the world. And with the Guardians in our hands... Uh-oh, looks like we got a tough bit of demons here. Oh, they have not known that we've gone through the dungeon and actually, these are the hardest guys in the dungeon, weirdly enough, are the fiends. Well, the fiends and the ghouls. They're actually pretty tough, but luckily, since we've been through the dungeon, it's not too bad. And I'll actually finally be able to show off the cheer trumpet. Obviously, I have to wait till they get closer, but really, I'm not going to do much strategy here because we've only got 2 battles left. It's this and in the finale, so hopefully this won't take me too long. Because I want this to be the final episode. So, you know what? Even if it isn't, even if it's within after 30 minutes, I'll just keep going. I think it's worth it. You know, now that I think about it, I probably should have shown the reward of the cheer trumpet at the end of the last episode. Oh well. I just felt it was a better clean slate to not have to tack it on later. I mean, I'll do that with some episodes, but if you haven't gone through the dungeons and all this stuff, these guys can actually be pretty difficult. Like, you probably need to be at least level, I don't know, I'd say level 45, 46 for these guys, but luckily since I'm such a high level, not too bad. I don't even need to use my abilities, really. I can just punch them and beat them. Actually, let's show the cheer trumpet. Let's see what it does. It does a lot of damage. It's just I was kind of hoping the animation would be a lot different. It's basically a variation to the atrophy horn. Alright, whatever. That's fine. Not that big a deal. Well, and I remember the last episode we got the new summon for Changara, the Choco. Yeah, she's not that good. She does unique animations, but she's got like no special like she doesn't have any special spells. She's just supposed to be really powerful, but really by the time we get her, our levels make us a lot better than her. I don't even think we could summon her for this. Yeah. I mean, Changara basically has been relegated to suck at this point. Oh well, I'll summon guys anyway. Summon Raijin and Fujin. Actually, interesting enough, Raijin and Fujin, and I think they're actually based off certain kami spirits in Japanese mythology, but if you actually summon them together and get an enemy in between them, you can do like an ability called Storm, which does like a ton of damage. But anyway, yeah. Wait, what? What was that? That was a weird variation of the spell. Now these guys, the red ones, are a little bit tougher than the green guys, so we might actually take a bit more damage, but... well, okay, my levels are still too high. Oh well. What the? Hey now. Alright, so I'll shoot finish him off then. Oh, that actually hurt. Him, actually. Let's cast Divide again. That's probably our best ability, really, just because of the range. And it also heals, but still. I don't know if it'll kill any of them, because they actually got a lot of HP. They've got like, oh, I'm trying to remember how much HP they've got. They've got like 300 to 400. They should probably kill a lot of them, actually. Yeah, I feel kind of bad that basically... I told you at the end of the Forbidden Dungeon that basically the end game will be really easy for me. Yeah, we'll just kill them. Let's see, let's cheer trumpet them again. Oh, is it? Huh. It's not a... Well, the atrophy horn would be better then, wouldn't it? Because at least that gets a whole area. Oh, well. Yeah, Changara, you do something. I feel so bad for Changara. I mean, in the end, he's not the strongest character. Even his summons don't get much more powerful, so it's like, well, why use him then? I mean, other than for extra meatbags, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not like he's original or anything like that. It's just, you know, he's just a funny character, you know? Yeah, that's game design for you. You should have worked on it just a bit further. But, well, they fixed it. The game's a bit better in Arc the Lad 2. They fixed a lot of the issues with the, you know, just characters leveling and stuff like that. I actually had a hard time with Arc the Lad 2, weirdly enough. I mean, I beat the game, but the final areas of the game are actually kind of tough. Believe it or not. Just take more HP from him. Yeah, this fight should have been a lot more difficult for being basically the next to last fight of the game. I can't get Tosh over there. So let's see if I can finish him. I've already searched these guys. They were in the dungeon, like I said. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, we get experience. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Sabbatical Falls. Gotta find that arc, man. Gotta save the world before it collapses or something like that. So we gotta find that arc and destroy that demon. If we press on, we not be able to return. Is everyone ready to proceed? Now this is the choice. Obviously, now I could go back and like finish the Forbidden Dungeon, do the temple, the tournament, go talk to the lady in the forest to get your Silk Belt reward, which is the final reward from her if you talk to her at every major point in the game. However, I don't need to do it, so let's finish Arc the Lad 2, or Arc the Lad 1 with the final battle of the game. Let's go, everyone. Gogan, lend me your power, if you please. There's the spirits. Help us release the arc, or seal the arc, or whatever. Something important. Oh, it opened up a passageway. Alright, come on, everyone. These crazy characters are almost done with their journey. What'll the final challenge be? Will our companions be able to handle it? Spatico Falls Interior. I think we should be able to. We're pretty high level. They look like not Starburst. I was about to make a joke that they look like some type of candy necklace, you know, like Sweet Tarts or something like that. Sweet Tarts of Justice! What would the voice of the Ark be? I am here to lend my power to those pure of intent. The purity of your hearts must be determined before my blessing is bestowed upon you. You must first battle the manifestations of your inner conflict to purify your souls. Only then shall you be deemed worthy. What does that mean? Fighting our... What, do we have to, like, fight our dark selves, like Dark Cecil from Final Fantasy IV or Dark Link? Uh-oh! Yes, it's right, folks. The final battle of Arc the Lad is a version of against our Nega selves, or Dark selves, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, make sure you're all prepared for this. It can be a bit challenging because they have all the same abilities you do, so... But, let's see. Arc is clicked to the Power Wrist, Warrior Charm, Rude Ring, Hero's Crest, Changara, Power Gauntlet, King's Image, Hit Scroll. Although at this point the King's Image probably isn't necessary. Sun Hat for regeneration. He's probably not going to do much. Iga, Hell Scope, Phantom Gauntlet, Phantom Shield, Deal's Fang. Gogan, Prayer Beads, Goddess Amulet, Necklace. Although the necklace doesn't really need, I could change it to something else because it's for leveling. So, sure, let's give a bandana. And the Great Cane for attacking if I need to. Probably won't have to, but anyway, Poco, the Music Book, the Hyper Boots, Confusion Amulet for the hit ratio, which... Oh, that's hit ratio for Confusion. I don't know why. Let's quit that. And a Power Wrist. Okay, Tosh, the Yukari's Crest. Probably not needed, but... Oh, he's hit max level. I just noticed that. Huh, so 60 is the max level of this game. Huh, neat. Anyway, Violet Necklace to always hit, Power Wrist, and the Fiend Statue for dodging. Kukuru, Elder Charm, Raleigh's Hairpin for health, heals, the Sea Breeze Harmony for minor healing, and the Magic Ring for some damage. And there we go. Alright, let's fight ourselves. Alright, do I want to start boosting? Yeah, I probably don't need to, but, actually, let's see what happens, how much damage the Atrophy Horn does. That'd be funny if it killed them already. I cast Darkness on him. Oh, I killed Kukuru already! And Tosh! And Gogan! Oh, this is supposed to be more epic than I'm making it out to be, folks. Yeah, I'm kinda gonna wreck these guys. Oh well. Let's just use our best abilities. Why not? Goodbye, Music Man. Am I even gonna give them a chance? Probably not. You know what? They should have made them the same. Well, I don't know. I was about to say they should have made them the same level as me, but I'm like, I don't know. That probably would have been a bad idea. That would have actually turned it into Lunar all over again. I don't know if we want that. Well, Lunar 1 on the PlayStation 1. If you haven't played it, then you know, I feel... Well, it's a good game, but it has an interesting system on how bosses level. Anyways, Whirlwind them. Oh, Iga, your dark version is quite strong indeed. Let's just cast Divide and kill him. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the final boss fight, depending on what you do, is really easy. We gain an unnecessary level. Hooray! We purified ourselves. And thus, let us turn to the end of the game as we watch the final scenes. Ah, you are truly the chosen. Dang straight with this epic music. I'm always a sucker for a good trumpet. This is not the birth of some power new to humanity. That which can save mankind is the same as from time immemorial. The power of love, trust, and hope have always been here to protect this land. But the powers of these were forgotten as humanity grew apart from nature. Eventually, the way itself was lost. Ark, pure of heart and full of noble intent, the treasure of the Ark has always been here. The trials you endured to gather the Power Stones were tests designed to prove yourself, the strength of your intent. Now that you have erased the doubt from your heart, you can work to unlock the power of love in all humanity once more. Once that is accomplished, the power of good radiating from humanity will be gathered into the Ark, preventing the return of darkness. Reminds me of Pandora's Ark from mythology. I wonder what that's got the idea from. By the way, the dialogue's going by itself, so I probably should shut up for the end, but receive now the power to complete your mission, Ark. Ark gained the power of bravery. Kukuru received divine power. This world has been stricken by the greed of humanity. The beast realm feeds on this greed and dark desire. But both man and beast will perish without your help, Ark. This is not the end of your journey, brave warrior, but rather the beginning. You must use the power you have gained and the knowledge you have gathered to return humanity to balance with nature. However, now that the Ark is unsealed, the Dark One will intensify efforts to stop you. It would be wise for Kukuru to remain and Saria to remain the seal holding the Dark One. Ark, lead the people of this land and help them return this land to the place their forefathers knew. At last you have come to understand the meaning of your destiny, Ark. Do not fail us.
Your efforts have opened my eyes to the good in humanity again. I await news of your success.
You have arrived at a crucial crossroads for our world. Bear the load with dignity, and you shall succeed.
We shall be watching as you go. Call on the power you have granted to right the pain of this world. Ark, I believe that you possess the ability to right the wrongs of humanity. Thanks to your efforts and the efforts of your companions, a bright future may finally be possible. However, that promise is fragile. Indeed, you must act quickly to see that it has come to pass.
And thus is the end of Ark the Lad. Oh dear.
You have led us to the Ark. Good work, boy.
You shall not live to see it if I have my way.
Tut tut, if you wish to live to see another sunrise, I'd suggest you reject any foolish impulses.
Oh, that's a lot of dudes.
Get in there and search the cave. I want that ark recovered in one piece. And no pirates this time.
Yes, sir. Well, we can defeat all these guys. There's a ton of them. I mean, it'll be easy for us. Oh. Okay, we're not stopping them. Great. Good. We found it, sir.
Very good. Now take them.
You shall not take me alive. Tosh, no. This is not the time. Why? You can kill all of them.
That's better. Perhaps Ark knows that we hold the villagers of Tuvo in our prison. His level head may have saved his mother's life. Or perhaps it didn't.
Why does the ground shake? I don't like this.
And so it begins once more.
What?
The shrine is rising as the seal weakens. The Dark One comes.
Oh, there goes those guys. Bye-bye.
Kookaroo. Ark.
We have less time than I thought. We must leave now. Find the shrine Gogan spoke of and do our best to contain the power of the Dark One.
I'll do my best here in your absence. Good luck, Ark.
Come, we must move away from the divide before we are consumed. Kookaroo,
Yes?
I shall see you soon.
Farewell.
I think she could have jumped. She could have made it. Oh well, she has a purpose. Sir, our search is ongoing. Unfortunately, Ark and his companions are nowhere to be found thus far. Once the ground began shaking, all hell broke loose up there. Our rock tower just jutted up from the rift in the ground. It's chaos.
And so the prophecy fulfillment begins as the tower reappears. Soldier, cease your search for the present. There are precious few places left for them to hide. They shall be mine, eventually.
Well, let's watch the credits roll of Ark the Lad. Oh man, brings me back playing this game once again after so many years, buying it from the collection, from Working Design. I think I bought it from like a Babbage's at the time. And we get a little scene of them riding off in their flying machine as they try to save the world from Andal and whatever other darkness beholds. I like this game. I think the Fight Ninjas. The problem I think I have with this game is that it is basically a prequel game. And it doesn't end as a completion. It's basically like, oh, by the way, your job is not done. Come back for part 2. And I'm not really a big fan of games not having endings, and it's showing scenes like the guy talking to the evil spirit. Because, like I said, all this stuff doesn't get finished until we play the second game, so it feels like an unfinished game. Because if you do like the bare minimum, even very little grinding, this game could take you less than 10 hours to beat easily. I did it double the time, and that's because I went through like the Forbidden Dungeon, did some of the other minor quests that you didn't need to do. But I still like this game, despite it being a short game and being just a prequel to the second game. Which in the second game, they do a lot. They make a lot more improvements. The story's a lot longer. They have new characters, and the story gets completed for the most part until you play 3. But that's more of like a epilogue story more than anything. But yeah, I mean, sure, the story's not perfect, but yeah, it is like a prologue story, getting the group together, fighting some basic baddies, but nothing. Like, we only get like a couple of like really major villains in this game, really, when you think about it. Because there's the overarching villain, but we don't even know that there's really an overarching villain until like the end with Andal. You know, I mean, there were some, you know, jerk characters that we ran across along the way, but you know, they weren't like really. We met them once, and then that was it. You know. As for like side quest stuff, there was quite a little bit of minor details that you could miss out on this game. And obviously, there's the Forbidden Dungeon, there's the tournament, and the temple and stuff like that. Although a lot of those aren't really necessary to play the game. It's not like you get some thing that it doesn't unlock like a super boss or anything like that by doing them. Well, except if you find all of Changara's, if you find all the enemies to write in his notes, then you unlock the harder versions of all those characters. But I'm not really that into that type of stuff, so I decided not to do it. But hey, if you want to find all the enemies in the game and mark them down in your notebook, you know, go crazy, man. But I don't know. Well, okay, let's go down the line. So story's okay. Like, you know, it does enough to get you motivated, but nothing too original. You know, find the MacGuffins to stop the Ark or get the Ark or whatever. So, you know, I'll give it like a 6 for story, because, you know, it does what it needs to do. Nothing too great. Characters, I think I do a little bit better on characters, because I do like, I mean, yeah, a lot of them are kind of like stereotypical character types, you know, like Kukru's the token female of the group, because there's no other female characters, it's just her. Ark is the stereotypical main hero, you know, but then you get the coward character in Poco, who doesn't really act like much of a coward after he joins you. He basically, I mean, he does kind of talk like that, but overall, there isn't like a scene with him running away from the group and, you know, causing chaos, you know, like, I think there was a lot of opportunities missed in this game, but I think it was because there's like a beginning project to try to start up this series or whatever. And then you had like Tosh the samurai, Iga the monk, Gogan the smart wizard, and Changara the silly greedy man who's actually got a heart of gold, you know, type of thing. But I like the characters in the game. I give the characters you know, an 8. Like, they're not perfect, but I don't know. I just like them being a class of characters, despite there not being enough character dialogue, you know, with each other. I wish there was. Like I said, the second game fixes a lot of that stuff. The music is spectacular for this game. Well, okay, it's not the best music ever. I never say that about any game, but I really like the music from it. The beginning intro, when you watch the beginning, the ending credits, a lot of the battle themes, you know, the dramatics music, the sad music. I think the music composer did a good job with this game. I give the music a 9 out of 10 in this game, because I really like the music. Graphically, I like the graphics in this game. I think they worked for what they were trying to go with. There was just enough unique sprites and details that gave it a reason to be this type of design, despite it being maybe you could have gone back to 16-bit or whatever. So I like the graphics. Like I said, they do in the second game. They do like flesh them out a bit better, but I don't know. I like the look of the game. I give that an 8. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing. I guess that's it. So overall, I'd probably rate the game a 7 out of 10 overall for an RPG. It's a rather easy RPG. I mean, some minor level grinding will mess up to the challenge. I wish some of the abilities were, like, there was a lot more options for ability use. And I know that I said status ailments are good in this game, and they are, but I wish there was more options for them. Or more types of status ailments or something like that. And the bad thing, I hate to say this, but I think there was almost too many characters on screen that fight you in battle. Like, at the end, we get 7 characters. And I know that's weird for saying that for a tactical RPG, because usually you want a bunch of people on screen, but I feel like by certain level points, certain characters I didn't even need anymore. Like Changara, yes, his ability to summon's kind of neat, but you know, there's no reason for him, like, really. It was only for meatbags. I guess at lower levels it made more sense, but by the end I didn't even need it anymore. And melee fighters basically outshine the magic users for the most part. I mean, the Forbidden Dungeon is a pretty clear example where you have to melee through it because you're trying to save all of your MP for magic, and there's no MP restoration in this game that I found at all, except for like Ark's accessories. There might be 1 or 2 accessories that do that I never found, but yeah, so I don't know, man. But anyway, overall, Ark the Game, a great game. I can't wait to play number 2. I probably won't do it immediately, but I'll do it eventually. But I hope you guys enjoy the game as much as I did, and I'll see you the next time I play a game. To be continued, and Ark the Lad 2. See y'all next time.